Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast. And I have the honor every week of sitting here with someone who I consider a friend. But today we are welcoming someone that I know is not only her friend, her amiga, but certainly a soulmate for her too. Everybody, Vicki, I'll let you introduce her. Tell everybody who's here with us today.
Whoa, here's my amiga, Shannon Beador. She is appearing from the dust. I haven't seen her except the last week a couple times, and I'm so excited to have
I
you
haven't
on.
seen her, but I've seen her like a couple times in the last week.
I know, it's been good, girl. It's been good.
Fun, super fun.
Shannon's been busy, you know?
I have.
Busy.
Filming lots of shows. She adopted a new baby dog.
I did, yes. Troy.
How's the dog going? That's my grandson's name, you know that?
I know. Someone reminded me of that. But I'm fine on Trojans. We wanted to come up with a name that meant something. So I'm happy with it. It's a handful. He's a puppy. He's like a year and a half. And so we have a trainer. I have a trainer coming right after this.
Well, Shannon, we have to know. I mean, I know everyone at least is going to be wondering about this because Archie is your main man forever. So how is Archie adjusting to his new brother?
You know what? They're starting to play more and more every single day. So it's great. I think that the new dog is going to keep Archie young and maybe help me get on a better schedule too, because he likes to get up super early in the morning.
How old is Archie now?
9.
Aww.
He's 9. Yeah.
It feels like you just got him. He's still a baby to all of us, you know?
I know. He's super sweet. Yeah, they're good. They're sleeping right now. Yeah, they're great.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad they're bonding. And I actually was just talking to Vicki. I said, it's so funny because she was notoriously and owned the fact that through her years on OC, new ladies weren't necessarily her favorite thing, but that was never a remote moment with you because y'all bonded immediately. So talk to me about that and what you think it was between y'all that just was the click.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I've told you this, Vicki, but when I watched the show starting in season 4, and so I thought that I was going to not get along with you at all. But I thought
I don't like new girls.
Right, well, and I just thought I thought you were mean to Dawn. So, but I didn't know.
He was mean to me, just not on camera.
I didn't know all the things. So anyways, that's how I was going in. But I said to myself, okay, yeah, you've watched the show, but you've got to walk into this spooky party like you're just meeting these women for the first time. And it shocks me that I got so bonded to Vicki that first time. And by the way, Aries twin, I don't like having to get to know new people either. But now I'm getting better. And I like some new people that have joined our cast. I love Jen Pedranti. And you do too, Vicki.
Yeah, I do too.
Right?
I do too. Yes, I love Jen. I don't get to see him very much. Yeah. Me?
For a minute. And I thought, I'm glad I don't do it.
I know. And she froze. I was like, uh-oh, what's she going to say?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's really sweet. So, yeah, that was a huge surprise to me. But I remember, I don't know why, but I saw a clip of that kind of recently. And Vicki's getting her makeup done beforehand. She goes, oh, I got to meet a new bitch. Yeah, that's what she says.
I know.
I love that line. She said, great, another new bitch I got to like.
I didn't see why we have to keep bringing in new people.
I understand.
But I understand
and
it now.
I
But back then, I was like, where did Shannon go?
Okay, I don't know what.
Did she lose her Wi-Fi?
By the way, in my computer, all the Wi-Fi things are black. It's not, I don't know. Is it me?
Did you pay your bill, Shannon? Did you pay the internet bill? Do you have it on an auto EFT bank debit? Hello?
Shannon, can you hear
Knock. Shannon?
What?
Shannon?
What?
I'll get
You
you
not
all
hear
set up
me?
on EFT with all your Excel spreadsheets.
We can hear you now. We just can't
you're
see
killing
you.
me, kid.
Oh, this is amazing.
I'm starting to get a neck twitch.
Just take a deep breath,
Well, you're
Vicki.
frozen.
Have a
You
cocktail.
look like, now you're going like this. This is your face right now. Do you see me?
I can't even see you. You put your finger over the camera, Shannon. And we've been waiting 4 months, 6 months to get you on, and now you can't be on.
I can.
She's kind of here. We can hear her.
Hi.
Hi, Peyton.
Peyton, can you help the situation here?
Yeah, Shannon, do you want to just try to rejoin? I think leaving and rejoining would help.
That's what Bravo said to me. Why don't you leave and then rejoin?
It was a trap.
Sorry.
Perfect. We were talking about how y'all had like bonded and clicked, quickly that first day of filming, but also, it's not easy once you have certain issues with people on your cast, as a viewer, as I can tell, to get back to a good place. But you and Vicki have gotten, from all housewives of all cities, have gone through a lot on camera and come out on a really, really great place. So why, Shannon, do you think that is? What about Vicki and your friendship is strong?
Well, because Vicki is very direct, and sometimes she can, if she's upset with you, sometimes she can get super angry. And the side of Vicki that I see more of is the caring, motherly side. Like, she's always concerned. She's always calling me honey, like I'm her daughter almost, like she has a genuine caring for people. And I don't think enough people see that, but I do. And it's funny, my mom said that same thing. I remember my mother was visiting, and
I love
all
your
the
mom.
cast,
Yeah.
all the cast was there at this barbecue I had, and she said, "Oh, my favorite hands down is Vicki. There's just something about her." So, yeah.
Nice. Tell her hello.
I love that you said that, because I feel like, getting to know Vicki over this last year or so, like, yeah, we see the moments where, y'all are upset on TV and stuff. But the first thing that I noticed about meeting Vicki is just like how caring she is about everyone in the room. Like, she wants to make sure that somebody has food, that someone's getting their Uber ride home, that someone's had a good day. Like, she's very, very intentional about checking on people,
My kids call me a helicopter mom, and I am a helicopter mom and a helicopter advisor. So here at work, this lady goes, I feel like I'm in good hands. Are you kind of like a helicopter advisor where you're going to be watching over me? I'm like, you got that. Done. Yeah. I'm watching over all these people.
In fact, when my kids were little, Vicki always said she didn't let her kids do sleepovers. And we did a couple, and they were nightmares. The kids were exhausted the next day. Yeah. So I would always say, Auntie Vicki didn't allow
Vicki's
sleepovers either. So I didn't allow them.
That's right. That's right. You
I
never
love
know
that.
what those other parents are going to be doing if your kid goes to their house. So it just was safer that way, and I had more control. They could have one person over, but we can't have my daughter going to some stranger's house, because who knows if their dad is like a good dad or their mom is a good mom.
I agree.
Were you like that with your kids from day one, Vicki, or is that something you implemented later? And
No, I always implemented it. There's no way my kids are going to somebody's house. I don't know if they're going to be taken care of well, or if the kids are doing, what they want and the parents aren't watching them. No, I think everybody that's listening needs to follow my rules. And also, 7th grade, they were home at 7 o'clock. 8th grade, they were home at 8 o'clock. 9th grade, 9 o'clock. 10th, 11th, 12th is the last time they could ever be out at midnight. And 12th grade.
Oh. I did that as well. And Sophie was the last one to get a cell phone. Like, that's the first episode that I was in. She was in 6th grade. She's like, Mom, can I get a cell phone? It's like, nope, it radiates your brain. So yeah, I agree. You got it. But then when my kids went off to college, I could drive myself crazy and worry every day. But I have to say to myself, you gave them the tools.
You did a good job.
Hopefully they'll make the right choices, because I have to let them learn on their own. So
fly. Gotta let them fly out of the nest. They better hurry up back to my nest. I'm ready for my kids to come back home.
It's not a one-way ticket. It's a round trip. Absolutely. Come on back.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, Shannon, it's interesting too, because, I feel like there are so many chapters and like phases of Housewives, like the OGs, and then, OC's been through a few iterations too, but like, you're a vet at this point. And like, we saw Vicki's kids literally grow up on TV, and your kids were very, very young when we met them too. And now they're in completely new chapters of their life already. Like, it feels kind of crazy. So give us an update on the girls. What's up?
It is crazy, because I feel like it just started. But yeah, I just finished my 11th season, and the twins are just finished their sophomore year in college. Stella has decided to do all 4 years in Paris at American University of Paris. And Adeline just finished an spring internship at Parsons with Christian Siriano, which was super exciting. And she's working.
That's iconic.
Yeah, she's working at the flagship Veronica Beard store in New York this summer, so I'm proud of her. And she's doing great at Parsons, doing fashion marketing and design. And Sophie is working at NBC Sports at 30 Rock. So they're all, excelling
Doing
in
their thing.
everything they're doing. So,
Oh, I love that.
sometimes I get worried when I call them and I say it's midnight. Are you getting ready for bed? And especially in Europe, Stella will go, "No, Mom, you're getting ready to go to the
Right. Yeah, Michael too.
whatever.
Michael's in
The-
Spain.
the rave."
They're going out at 1 and 2 in the morning. It's crazy. Everybody go to bed.
I mean, yeah, my mantra is nothing. I mean, nothing good goes on after midnight. It just doesn't.
Right. It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to Vicki about, I'm almost a 33-year-old grown ass man, but I'm an only child. And when you talk to my parents, you would think that I was 5. Like they worry so much. And even when I moved to LA, that was like the worst 6.5 years of my parents' life. So I can't imagine, Shannon and Vicki now too. Both of y'all have kids in Europe, and that stress and worry doesn't change regardless of the age. You know what I mean? So. I can't
hard.
imagine how difficult that must be.
Right, New York
hard.
and Paris. You couldn't get further. You know
I
what?
know.
They're great places to visit, and we have so much fun. Like, I love being a mom at this age. I wasn't very patient with like the hold the rattle and keep the smile on my face. I like to do things with my kids and go through some of these experiences with them. So we're having the most fun now.
Fun. I'm so happy that you finally met Shannon last weekend at my house. That you guys finally, you did connect a long time ago, but that didn't count.
Okay,
Well,
Vicki, he was in New York.
I mean, you
with
really
us last
spent.
summer.
I know, but not last summer. Not last summer.
yeah, in
Yeah.
June.
Yeah, we did the Shannon
I don't-
Vicki live show in New York.
Okay, I remember that now. But I
The
was
Bravo
thinking like,
party.
okay, everybody, fast forward out of that. My short-term memory is not good, but
Well,
I do
yes,
remember
it
that.
was
But
a
I
very
felt like you
busy
guys
work
spent
trip,
time
too.
together.
Yeah, well, this
you guys
weekend was our
spent
first
time
time
together.
getting to hang without. Y'all had no professional obligations this weekend. Y'all were
Right,
able
we
to
weren't
let
working.
your hair down.
Yes, it was really fun. I remember like around 9 saying, "Okay, I'm gonna get ready to head home." And then it's like, "No, stay, no, stay." I was the last one out. You left before I did, Christian.
My brother's got his hots for you, by the way. My brother
What?
Billy loves Shannon Beador. Oh yeah,
As friends.
he loves you.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I'm just saying he's got a little for you.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, who wouldn't? Shannon's darling, and
This
you
is
look
true.
hot.
And, well, Shannon is hot. This is why they sent her to the Love Hotel. She's a catch. So so we got to talk about Love Hotel. For me, again, back to Shannon, you're a vet. Like OC, you could run that with your eyes closed at this point. Like it's a familiar territory. I would say, and maybe reality TV in general feels like familiar territory, but it had to feel a little new doing this show, maybe new production company, new cast. Were you nervous going into this?
It was a little bit awkward for me because I've never dated more than one person before, and I'm a relationship girl. Again, so similar and parallel to Vicki's lives. Like we're relationship girls. We meet someone and we date them for a long time, and so the thought of having to ask a man out and having to go on dates with multiple people, there was a bit of a uncomfortableness. But I have to say, it was kind of refreshing and fun to be uncomfortable because I'm not on the Housewives. I'm not uncomfortable. So I have to tell you guys, it was perfect timing for me. It was exactly about 1 year after my DUI. I had not dated anyone. And I thought, I walked in going, I'm just going to have fun. Like, what are the odds of meeting someone on television and it really working out? So just go and have fun. And I really did have the greatest time, and I solidified so many friendships, really quality friendships with most of the men and all the girls. Like we text all the time, and
Oh, good.
so I'm very grateful that I was able to join the cast.
Good experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
super fun.
I love that. And you said going in, you're thinking about having fun. It's funny you said that. One of the questions I had was, what was the percentage going in your head? Like 70%, like I could walk away with someone I'm interested in. I could walk away with the love of my life. I could walk away and say, screw all these men. Where were you What were you thinking was going to happen?
Well, you have to understand, I was coming off, my last relationship was with a person who said he didn't want to be public when clearly that's all he wanted. So I knew, and that is still, it's always a thing for both of us or anyone that's been on the Housewives or any show. Why are they with me? Do they want to be with me? Or so
Famous,
what I
right.
loved about the men that they brought in, they just thought they were going on a dating show. They had no idea that we were housewives, and none of them had seen the Housewives before. So I did show
Really,
Earl.
that's unusual.
Right. And so I actually brought Earl to my room one night. I don't think they show it, but I showed him some clips because he had no idea like what I do. So yeah, he's like, you gotta be kidding me. So no. So that was
How do you even
Has he been
choose which
living in a
clips to
closet?
show?
Wait a second. He never knew the Housewives show. Has he been living in a closet? Like, how do you not know the Housewives?
No, he'd heard of it, but he hadn't watched it. None of these men had watched a housewife show. So that was
Probably a criteria.
Yeah, it would, and I've been told by a lot of the men the vetting process that they needed to go through. They had to do virtual dates over the Zoom and everything. So they really didn't just say apply here. The men were sought after. The producers approached the men. Yeah.
Interesting. And I mean, it seems like there was, even watching it, there's a great production quality to the show. But even hearing you say this too, there's clearly a great level of effort that went into this show. You're talking about like the virtual dates with the men. I mean, you guys had to rent out an entire resort essentially.
We took over. The Gunvalson has their normal hotel, and then they have an adult. The boutique hotel is an adults only. So we took over that entire hotel, which was so much fun. Yeah.
Wow. Was it busy days,
Very
like
cool.
long Housewives filming days? Because like when y'all go on cast trips, you film all day, every day, right?
It was a little bit less. But just to go back, Tom is the editor. I am floored at how he took so much footage because there were so many people there and so many cameras filming, and for him to choose the things that he did to put the show together, because it's only 8 episodes and we filmed for a little over 3 weeks. So there was a lot of footage to go through. Yeah.
Dang. Vicki, what's the longest filming period you've had? You like 2 weeks for Ultimate Girls Trip?
Yeah, it was like 11, 12 days, but you got the travel days. I mean, going to Morocco, that never aired, and that was going to be an incredible show. But yeah, it was like 12 days.
Wow.
Vicki, I got to tell you, I just can't imagine how frustrating that would be because, and I hope people are watching. I think maybe some people are going to wait and watch Love Hotel when they can see all of them together. I know I like to do that a lot of the time, but I'm proud of the show. I think it's really good, and I'm so blessed that I was in it, and I want people to see it because I know it's good. And I can't imagine because I've heard nothing but positive things about that Morocco girls trip.
It was incredible.
Upset to know that I was part of a really good project, and no one's able to see it. And the other poor girls like Camille and Alex and Gretchen and all the other girls that hadn't really been on TV, and it was like their entree.
years.
It was their debut. It was their debut.
Yeah.
And even
And
from
Shed
production
Media-
standpoint, there's so much work, like crew members that put in so much work, and then it never sees the light of day,
It was sad. Shed Media produced our Morocco trip, Ultimate Girls Trip 3 or 4, and they're the same production company for Shannon's Love Hotel, and I really have high regard for them too.
Yes.
I mean, not that Evolution does, but they're such a great, not network, production company. They're just
Production
good.
company,
They're just
yeah.
good. You
Yeah.
always felt really comfortable, safe, and it was just good. It was all good.
Right. And that was fun for me too, because I've only worked with Evolution or 32
Evolution,
Flavors
yeah.
and one production company. So it was nice to experience that. And I still maintain friendships with a lot of the people on the crew. So, we're like one big family for almost a month. And that's, that's very rare to have an experience like that. So it was fun.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm proud of you.
Totally.
It's good.
Have you seen all the episodes, Christian?
I've seen all of them except not the last one, but the one before that. And that's because I was traveling.
Okay.
But
Long travels back to California, from California and North Carolina. It took you all day, 12 hours.
well, that was also a day after I was supposed to be there, because when I got to the airport, I was so delayed they sent me back home to then come back the next morning, and yeah, it was a whole thing. But I have to talk to you about Earl and his stepson, because we were talking earlier about Vicki being motherly and caring and nurturing, and I literally made a note when I was watching this that I was like, oh my God, that is such a similarity between Shannon and Vicki, is that those moments of care and just you pay attention to things that maybe others don't.
You want to fix the pain that somebody's experiencing. You want to fix
even
it.
at Vicki's after party, I turned around and Shannon had a charcuterie board for everybody. She's like, here.
She did.
It was just you guys literally you care about people, and I think that what you did for him wasn't just a card. That was a very deep, thought out thing, and
Thank you.
yeah, just what can you talk to me about that? Do you know of any updates there? Did they connect?
Well, so when I first met Earl, he really opened up, and he said he'd been married twice. So I thought, okay, this, I feel bad, but I was assuming he's a player. He had young wives or whatever, and he told me his first wife, he'd only been married a year and a half. It didn't work out, but he met the love of his life, and they were married 5 years, and she got leukemia and she passed away. And because of her cancer treatment, her eggs were damaged, so they couldn't have children. And he said, I wanted to have a basketball team of kids. I always wanted to be a father. And she passed away 5 years ago, now it's, I think, around 6 years. But, we never got to have the children. And then a few days, and that's why I asked him on the first date too. It's like, oh my gosh, he shared so much of himself. I need to, connect with him more. But later on, when he said that he had this stepson and he was holding this motorcycle in his garage for him, and so it
was her son. It was her son before she died, right?
It's
her son.
The first wife's son.
So he was married to for a year.
Yeah, it's like a little over a year. But this boy, although Earl did not officially adopt the boy, he took his name. But it's Earl's story to tell. So, and I'm gonna let him do that. But it was just a really good feeling. Like I called my lawyer. I peppered him with questions, and I'm taking notes to try and figure it out. Because he said he'd spent some time, on his own trying to find him. So it was
wow.
It took my attorney 3 days, and I said, no matter what it takes, we got to find him. I said, you have 3 weeks to find him, and he did it in 3 days. So it was great. It was good.
So much respect, and
Estella,
you even did that
I'm pressed right now.
Oh.
I'm talking to Auntie Vicki.
Yes, and I love Shannon. You did that literally on the heels of saying, we may not even be. This may not be the romantic. Oh, hi. There he goes, in and out. Look, but you did that even fully admitting, like, maybe Earl isn't the romantic connection I came here for, but you still wanted to do that for him. And I don't know. I thought that was a really thing that should be celebrated, because that's really nice. Deeply thought out for sure. And you were talking too about the ladies, and I love seeing Giselle say, I don't like to. Oh no, we lost her again.
Well, hello, Shannon Beador, you little whore. What are you doing? Why do you keep coming in and out?
A lot of times you're so buttoned up and so conservative, and then you do like blowjob things and call me a whore.
Because you make me be that person. You make me be that person. You make me want to have fun with you.
I bring out the dirty side. I bring out the dirty side.
Remember in Jeff Lewis's show when we had our Kodo hats on and we sang the song? Jeff was loving all that.
Yeah,
we loved to sing.
It was pure chaos.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
I know. Yeah, with the two of us.
So when you were crying and Giselle stood up for you with Earl, how did that make you feel? Because when I was on Ultimate Girls Trip in Morocco, Camille cried when I gave her one of my belly dancing outfits because she said nobody in Beverly Hills would ever give her an outfit. She brought like a dress going to the Ivy restaurant. And I'm like, no, tonight is the belly dancing night. And I bought 2 belly dancing outfits. And so I gave her one and she was crying. And she was like, nobody ever would do that for me.
Wow.
So when you were crying and Giselle stood up for you, did you not feel so good? Like,
I did because,
Yeah.
you have to understand also, they knew that at that point that I was looking for Earl's son. So I think that in the back of their minds made them a little bit more upset. And, it
Oh
looks like
yeah.
I feel bad because I do look like I was super mad at Earl about the vegetables. We had a banter back and forth where he'd go, well, da da da, and I'd go, well, da da da. And so I, in my head, was making a joke of add that to the list, like, but I did look like it was mean, but I wasn't going to slap him. It was just like, well, you put that on the list. Earl's got to start eating vegetables. There is competition amongst the girls, and there was a little bit, but it was all tongue in cheek. And, we really, as women, got along and we supported each other throughout the entire show. And that was nice because in the Housewives, it doesn't always end up that way.
It's easier that way to film when you're in a common ground. I mean, we all got along at Morocco, but nobody will ever see it. But it was really nice. There was
Well,
8 of us, a
never
lot
say
more.
never.
Still-
Never say never.
I don't think it's going to air. Unfortunately, I don't
Listen,
think it's going to air.
you
It
never,
was
ever,
2
ever
years
know.
ago. Yeah.
Well,
Who knows?
we still watch episodes from 17 years ago
I'll have
like they
more
came on
wrinkles on
yesterday.
if it does air from 2 years ago than I do now. So who knows? It's too bad.
Shannon, do you have any other housewives? What about if you could pick the 4 housewives for another season of Love Hotel? Who would you pick?
Well, I think that it would be fun to also go, because now it's called Bravo's Love Hotel, to go to other Bravo shows like Below Deck, or, I think that you want to tailor the age, because a few of the guys were immediately cut out for me because this girl is not a cougar, and I'm not going to go out with someone who's, 30, 40 years old.
It's not happening.
In
Yeah.
fact, when they interview, when they talked to me at the very beginning, they said, "What's your age range?" And I said, 58 to 63. They're like, Shannon, you have to expand it a little bit more.
No,
I
that
think
would
I
be
said-
mine too. I don't want a 70-year-old. I don't want a 50-year-old.
Right. Like, well,
58 to 63.
Adam is now, I think he's 55, but, and he's like, yeah, maybe I want kids. Well, that ain't happening here.
Let me straight off.
I don't want that pressure. I don't want to be 70 and then have them be 64,
No,
and I'm an old lady. No.
Yeah.
we're not getting old, Shannon. We're going to stay young forever.
I tell you, every year I feel younger inside, darn it.
I don't want to get old. I don't
I know.
want to get old.
It's the life theme from day one. Don't want to get old. I love it.
That's
Speaking of,
Vicky's first tagline for the first season.
I don't want to
I don't want to get old.
that's history right there. And
Who would have ever
speaking
known?
Speaking of taglines, I know you probably can't speak too much on it, Shannon. But how are you feeling about the upcoming season? I think filming is wrapped. Are you excited? Are you nervous?
No, well, you know what? It can only go up after last year.
Last year, you're
For
right.
me. So, you know what? I always don't really like to watch myself, and I don't like to see what people are saying behind my back. I only know what I film. But that being said, it's a very interesting season, and there is a lot of drama, but it's drama that comes out of nowhere. It's like, what? That? So it's different because it's like, really, this is happening. So it's very shocking in a lot of places. Yeah.
Well, I do wish my girl was in there with you, but hopefully we'll get her back in the mix eventually next season,
I
season
hope.
20. And but speaking of back in the mix too, a fan question I have to hit y'all with before we wrap up. Emmy Khan says I need y'all to go back on tour. They want the Shannon and Vicki live update. So
Right.
do we have any?
Well,
we can tell them?
yes,
we
we
haven't
have.
dates yet, but
But
we're
we don't
going
have
back
dates
on.
yet, yeah, but we have someone putting something together, hopefully for early next year and fall of this year.
There you go. Love it. Love it. Well, Shannon, thank you so much for coming. I know that you've been busy, and we finally got you locked in, and it was just so much fun. And it coming on the heels of seeing you this weekend is even more special. So, really appreciate it.
Happy. I posted some pictures, Vicki, from the party on my Instagram story.
Well, I know I didn't have my camera on me at all, so text them to me so I could save them in an album because I didn't have my camera on me. Christian, you didn't take enough pictures.
Vicki,
I have them all. I'll do a shared album for you.
Vicki, I sent you them when I was in the Uber coming home, and you said
They're
thank
probably
you.
still downloading.
You said thank you for sending. You said thank you for sending.
They were all of you and me and Billy, but I was hoping we can get more than just you, me, and
No,
Billy.
it was you and Michael, and you go, I love this one.
Oh, but listen to me. I was talking about like other people. I didn't get any pictures. You know, like Mary Jo or Connie or Michael's friends. But it's all good. I mean, it's all good. Right? It's right here in my memory bank. What's ever
That
left of
means
it.
you're having a good time, you know? You're too busy having a good
I
time
did.
to get in the
Yeah,
picture.
I didn't-
I just want to mention something, and you have to not say any comments, Vicki. But Vicki has met Earl the Pearl.
I did. Shannon had dinner, invited Michael and I. We went over there for dinner.
All right. Well, okay. I love that. That's a little bit of tea, a little bit of scoop.
Betty.
Okay. Well, Vicki, how about you send us, Shannon, and our listeners into the week with our friendship quote of the week? What do we got?
And this is a good one, Shannon. Friendship isn't about whom you've known the longest. It's about who walked in your life, said, I'm here for you, and proved it.
Oh, I love that. Let me tell you, Vicki, this one, and I'll talk about it till the day I die, was the one that took care of me after my DUI. Like, she opened her home. I stayed with her. I'll never forget it. And I am forever grateful for everything that you've done.
That's what friends do. No, you do it for me, and I hope I never get a DUI. But I didn't even think twice. It's like, you got to come out of Newport in Dakota,
Right.
gated.
Yeah, it was
not to
like
be
that.
hurt.
I know.
Yeah.
And I did. And I am forever grateful. Thank you. I
Well, I
love
would do
you.
it again for you. Love you too. You're my soul sister. Okay, that was so much fun.
That was such a fun episode.
Everyone enjoyed it.
Yes, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and we'll be back again next week, right?
Just like corn. We'll see you next week.
See you soon.
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.